everyone. My name is Chivy Williams and I am your health, wellness, and fitness accountability coach, and I help you reach your goals by holding you accountable for reaching them. So I wanted to come on and do a video. I kind of came up with this title of is it calling your name? Because it calls mine sometimes also. So what is that title about, right? I love the title, and it is about basically when you are out and about or at work, or if you're at the grocery store, right? So here's the thing. I have been to the grocery store. They say don't go to the grocery store hungry because then you'll be buying things that you don't want to buy and blah blah blah, which is true. You know, you don't want to go to the store hungry. But how about when you go to the store and you're not hungry? And you're in the store, you picking up maybe some fruits, some vegetables, you're in the frozen aisle, or how about you're at the meat section and all of a sudden, those Oreo cookies, that Snicker bar, right? Those chips, that soda is calling your name. It's just like out the blue. Like you don't even go in the store thinking about, I'm gonna buy some Oreo cookies today. I mean, some people might, but 9 times out of 10, if you're going in the store, you are literally going in there for a purpose. You have a purpose. I'm going in here. I need to cook dinner tonight. I'm going to get beef or chicken or pork or vegetables, whatever I'm going to get, right? I'm going to go over here, get me some sweet potatoes. I'm going to get me some salad mix. I'm going to get some salad dressing and out of this store, right? Before I buy stuff I don't have no business buying. That's our thinking. This is what we do. We go in, we have a list. Some of you, I don't shop with a list. But some of you may go in the grocery store and say, okay, I got this list and this is exactly what I'm buying. I'm buying this. You get in the store and for some reason, right? Some reason that ice cream starts calling your name and you're like, you know, I think I'm gonna buy me some ice cream today. Not even thinking that sometimes we think that's not even on the list. I'm not supposed to be in here buying this ice cream. And what do? We got a little car and we like, yeah, I'm just gonna go over here to this ice cream aisle and pick up some ice cream. But that's not on the list. Why is it that those things that we do not want, those things that, not that we don't want it, but those things that we should not be having, them Oreo cookies. And when I used to eat Oreo cookies, I'm telling you guys, I would be in the store, I'd be going to get stuff, and I swear, the cookie aisle would be calling my name. I could be, how about this? Have you ever been in line, right? Getting ready to check out. And all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I forgot to get those cookies. What? The cookies not even on the list. What is going on here? Right? So how do you, really, how do you stay focused? What is going on with our body? How come peaches aren't calling our name, right? How come apples and watermelon isn't calling our name? How come vegetables not calling our name? How come, beets not calling our name, or salads not calling our name, right? Why is it always the sweets, right? Why is it always that? So I had to think about that because I run into that also. I mean, I literally go in the store, or how about I'm driving home? How about this for you guys? You driving home, you out and about, you driving somewhere, and all of a sudden you feel like, man, I should stop and get me a candy bar. Oh, I'm gonna stop and get me some chips. And then I justify it sometimes, be like, I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree. Cause you know why? Cause they only got it for $1. What? So, I thought about this on the way home because I thought about how sugar is so addicting. And I guess someone that could probably explain the addiction, right, to how addicting sugar could be is somebody that is a drug addict, or somebody that used to be a drug addict, because sugar can be just as addicting as a drug, right? Somebody that's a drug addict, they've come off drugs, you know, they have to go through a detox. They have all kinds of things that are happening to their bodies, happening to their minds, wanting, right, to get back to the drug, to get rid of how that feeling of coming down off of the drugs. Same with an alcoholic. So what is it that they do, right? What is it that they do to get over it? So for your sugar cravings, like we have literally trained our bodies to crave it. Think about kids, right? If you have children, think about if you have children, or if you've seen children who want ice cream or cake, or they want something and they throw a fit, right? They just throw a tantrum because they can't have it. You're like, oh my God, it's just like a sucker, right? But they have already become addicted to the sugar, and they won't eat nothing else. You can tell them, well, and that's how we really get our kids. We'll say to them, well, you can have this cake after you eat your food, right? After like it's a treat. It's a treat. So we get our kids addicted just as bad as we are addicted to sugar. So you want to, gosh, when it comes to sugar, you want to just start cutting back slowly. I think personally, I probably still do have some addiction to sugar. I'm not going to say I do not eat it, because I do. I love peach cobbler. I love yellow cake with chocolate icing. I love ice cream. I love chocolate chip ice cream. So I like these things, and I try not to keep it in the house. I love potato chips, right? The salt from the chips. I have a specific brand I like to buy. But when we go into the store, we really almost have to have blinders on, kind of like you see horses that have to stay focused like this, and you literally have to talk yourself out of buying it. So when it is calling your name, you literally have to probably tell yourself. Sometimes you might even talk out loud. People may see you talking to yourself. You may have to talk to yourself out loud and say, okay, get your act together. You can have, as my fitness mentor says, Tiffany Roth, you can have that anytime you want, but today you're not gonna have that, right? I'm in the grocery store, all of a sudden I get this urge to buy Oreo cookies. Stop. Okay, I can have Oreo cookies anytime I want, but today I'm not going to buy Oreo cookies, right? Today I'm not gonna buy chips. Today I'm not gonna buy the soda. We have to start cutting ourselves off. Now, that's not to say that you can never ever have it again, but when you do, let's say you take a break, you go on a sugar detox, you don't eat any sugar, and you say, okay, my detox is over. Now I'm gonna eat some sugar. Here's the key. When you eat it, get one piece. Don't buy a pack of cookies. Don't buy, I experienced this not too long ago, don't buy a bag of candy. Don't do that. You know why? Because literally once you start eating it, it is almost instantly you will start eating more. I don't know how many of you have experienced that, but I have experienced that, right? So I would stop eating it for a long time. Maybe I only have it once a week, and I might say, okay, well, I'm gonna have a Snicker bar today. So I eat the Snicker bar, right? But then later on in the day, now I want some ice cream. Then tomorrow, the next day, I want something else that's gonna be sweet. So you wanna always just be careful about what you are eating. Have that one thing. And sometimes it can be difficult when you have a family and they are not trying to get to where you are when it comes to eating healthy, right? So they may have donuts, and they may have honey buns and cookies and all kinds of cake. And if you're living with somebody that likes to cook, right, and they cook dessert, and you just like, I just can't win for losing. You really have to be strong in yourself. You know, we can have all the motivation, all the encouragement that we want. We can say, oh man, I really need somebody to motivate. I really need some encouragement to get through this. And a lot of times that can help. But here's the thing. We cannot, those people that encourage you and motivate you cannot be there with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're going to have to find something inside of you to encourage yourself and tell yourself, no, I cannot have this today. There's no way. You know, I can't reach my goal by eating this today. Take it one day at a time. You don't have to be like, oh my God, I'm just really struggling. If you mess up, it's okay. It's okay. Just get back up the next day. Also, find foods to replace what you are craving. So the one thing I found is that at night, I like to eat sweet stuff, right? I had trained my body basically after dinner, after I ate something for dinner, I would always eat something sweet. So now what do? So now what I found my go-to for something sweet is fruit, but particularly green apples. So Granny Smith apples are my go-to. I want something sweet, I'm in the house. I have like 2 bags of Granny Smith apples in the fridge. So I will eat me an apple instead. But you have to find what will help your craving. So it may be that. It may be nuts. You know, it may be something else. I'm not quite sure. But you'll have to find what works for you to get past that craving. They usually say about cravings last about 30 minutes, you know. So remember, cravings, temptation, that's not going to kill y'all, right? So I want to just say, and I'm going to probably experience a lot of temptation and cravings this month, because for my birthday, which is August 30th, I decided to do no junk food, right? No pizza, no candy, none of that. None of the whatever junk food I was eating. Donuts, any of that. None of that for 29 days, along with also 2 days a week, I'm going to be eating vegetarian meals. So just imagine what my body is about to go through. There are other people that have decided to join me on that challenge. And, you know, we're going to be motivating, encouraging each other to stick it out and to get through it. But the thing about it is, we have to also dig deep inside ourselves and encourage ourselves. And we have to find a way to not eat it. So, you guys, I hope that this message has helped in some way when it comes to sweets. You know, when you go in the grocery store, stay focused. If it's calling your name, tell it, no thank you, not today. Right? No thanks, not today. I'm not going to eat you, or I'm not buying you Oreo cookies, or you driving home. I used to do this all the time. I used to be driving home, and when I would eat, I didn't even eat Wendy's, but sometimes I get a craving for a Wendy's Frosty, or just out the blue. So I'd be driving. Right, exactly. Not today, Satan. You're not gonna get me today with those foods. So I'd be driving and I'd be like, oh, I want me a Frosty. Or I want me, before I stopped eating McDonald's, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I want me an apple pie. And then I'd have to go get some ice cream. What in the world? You know, but just being out and about, you know, make sure you guys are taking food with you to eat, you know, so you're not starving and all of a sudden I gotta stop and get something bad to eat while I'm out. No, take food with you to help you. As soon as you have a craving to eat something, then reach in your bag and your cooler, grab you something to eat to help, you know, to stay on task. So those are the things that I wanted to tell you guys today. As I get ready to go in here and make the rest of my dinner, I'm having rotisserie chicken and a salad for dinner. I try not to eat carbs at dinner time. So you guys, have a great evening. I really do hope this helped. You know, we have to change the way we think when it comes to our food. We have to kick the sugar habit. Again, not saying that you cannot have it. You can completely, you know, not eat sugar if you want. But you have to start cutting back and start cutting back slowly. Your body's going to go through a detox. It is literally going to fight you. You may have headaches. You may have an attitude. I'm telling you, I've had people say, oh, I'm gonna have, like, they have an attitude because they're not their body's not getting that sugar. So you guys, cut back slowly. You guys can do it. We can do it. Everybody have a great night. If you're doing Facebook Live workout video, I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone.
Keep pushing on. Things are going